I was here actually when I got the phone call. 2002, they got back into the comp.
Yeah.
Remember? And they struggled, but he promised that team that if they made the 8, he'd take them to Playboy Mansion. And I remember that. Do you remember that story?
Yeah.
So it was public knowledge. So in 2003, I had.
But it was a safe bet because I'll never make it.
Yeah. So I hadn't met Russell, but I'd seen him at the games, and he never came into the dressing room. That year, 2003, we were shocking. Like when he won 4 or 5 games, which compared to now, it's not a bad game. Compared to Canterbury, we're flying. Yeah. And I was living here, and at the time, Waverley Council were doing this thing called. It was like a program for mentally disabled people, and I had a guy who was cutting my lawn. He actually used to cut that lawn here, and his name was Russell. So it's the middle of about round 9 or round 10, and I get a phone call one day, and I answer and I said, "Hello, it's Fletch." I go, "Yep." He says, "It's Russell," and I went, "Oh, hey Russell." I think it's my Russell. My Russell had no frontal lobe, and which means he had no memory. Yeah. And so I say, "Hey Russell, how are you?" And he goes, "Yeah, good." And I'm going, "Mate, you came yesterday. Terrific job, by the way. You know, I was all about really pumping him up. I said, "Mate, you did a good job, but just to let you know, you left your offcuts. But it's okay next time." And he goes, yeah, Fletch, it's Russell.
So what are they doing, like community?
Painting the joint, like just get him back in. Get him in the workforce, you know. And he was a terrific bloke. And then he goes, no, Fletch, it's Russell. I went, yeah, Russell. I know that. How's, because he's got the frontal lobe rot, so he doesn't remember what's going on. And I said, how's Deb and the kids? Are they all good? And he goes, no. It's Russell Crowe. And as I mentioned, I hadn't met him. And I went, fuck, no way, it's Russell Crowe. So then I started thinking it's Natty Wood, my former teammate, Woodsy, who would ring up and pretend he was a journo.
He was renowned for prank phone calls, wasn't he?
Prank everything. He was a king. So I'm thinking I was with Natty Wood. So he goes, I go, oh, is it? Okay, Russell, how are you? He goes, yeah, good, thanks. And he goes, oh, how's Meg? Because he's going with Meg Ryan at the time. How's Meg Ryan? I said, how's Meg? You know, is she good in the cot? Like, I said something more crude.
What did he say?
And then there was awkward silence. And he goes, Fletch, Russell Crowe. And when he dropped his voice, I knew straight away it was him. And I've just gone, fuck, how do I get out of this? I went, oh, Russell, sorry, mate. How are things? Because I was backpedaling.
Are you captain at this stage?
I'll skip up. Yeah. And then he goes, mate, tell the boys to wear some good clobber on Wednesday. We're going somewhere. So he hangs up. That was the end of the conversation. So it's a Monday. My job to ringing the boys. And just ringing young blokes. Because basically we're a team. A lot of the blokes were ex-reserve grades from the clubs. Yeah. And we had Johnny Sutton, who was making his debut, and Nath Merritt.
They were all babies, weren't they?
Babies, 18 and 19. So it was my job to ring around. So by the time I got to the 6th or 7th player, they're going, well, Fletch, why are we wearing good clothes? Where are we going? And I went, look, I don't know. But we could be going to the Playboy Mansion, right? It's round 9, in the middle of the season. By the time I get to Sutto and Nath Merritt,
how many games you won at this stage?
None from 9.
What makes you think the Playboy Mansion?
Because of 2002. Yeah. I don't know.
And he just said, dress well.
Dress well. I'm just thinking in my head, Russell Crowe, he's a movie star, like a gladiator. Like, he was flying. He was the biggest actor in the world at the time. And I just my imagination starts going. So by the time I get to Sutto, who's the 17th man, I said, Sutto, you're not going to believe this, bro. We are going to Playboy Mansion. So we get to training the next day. It's Wednesday morning, sorry. It's Wednesday, and everyone is just frothing.
They all think they're going to
Playboy Mansion. We go out to train. Best training session I've ever had. In any level. Mate, we were hopeless, but that day, that training session at Redfern Oval.
How excited.
Oh, my God. Blokes, just everything was crisp, and because we're pumped. So we get back into the dressing room, and we're getting out all our gear on. And boys are going, mate, we're going to Playboy Mansion. Because the word had spread, so we were all believing, you know? Yeah. You got to throw out what you believe. It's a secret, Oprah says. So then we're all talking about, who's your favourite? Who's your favourite Playboy bunny? Yeah. I can't wait to get in the grotto with Hugh. Wonder what Hugh's like, you know? Let's get on those Garys with him. And he then, and then Nath Merritt goes, Fletch, I don't have a passport. And when the room just stops, and I go, everyone looks at me and goes, shit. And I went, no, don't need one. Nath, private plane. We're just going to take off, land in the compound. It's like Russell's got a private. We don't go through customs anyway. And the boys go, no, you're right, Fletch. I said, fucking Nath, I'm right. So we're all getting ready to go, and then someone says, Fletch, we've got training tomorrow. It's like Wednesday. We've got training in the morning, and then we're playing the Melbourne Storm on Saturday. What are we going to do? Room stops, looks at me. And I go, time difference. boys. Time difference. So it's like 24
Well,
hours.
time you get over there and come back.
So it's Tuesday over there. We'll come back, go over there, have a good night, fly back that morning, and we're going to land back. It's Wednesday again. And they're going, oh, that's great. Yeah. So we get in the bus, and we turn out of Chalmers Street thinking, mascot.
Got a mascot.
We don't go. We continue down Elizabeth all the way down to Woolloomooloo. So we're not going to the Playboy Mints. But they're going, where are we going, Fletch? I said, well, I don't know. We turn up at the W Hotel, which is now something else, down the loop. And we get out, and we get ushered into a function room, and Russell Crowe's there. And he, we hadn't met him. No one had met him. And I was just in awe of him. He's such a charismatic.
He's just come off Gladiator too.
Yeah. So he was quite impressive. Anyway, so we're hanging out. It's about 9 o'clock at night, and then he goes. He had Merv Hughes and Shane Warne come out and
talk to the boys.
Just a bit of a motivation. That's what he said. He goes, boys, you haven't won a game, and I'm just here, give you a bit of inspiration. So then it's 9 o'clock, and we're about to leave, back to training. And he brings out a bottle of absinthe, and absinthe is banned in Australia, the good one. It's like they call it the green cherry. Yeah, you go mad on it. The grouse one, and he had the grouse one. It's from Hungary, I think. Well, Van Gogh, the artist cut his ear off on it. Like, it sends you mad.
I should cut my nose off on it. It would save me a fortune.
I remember his nose. So he comes out, puts his a shot each, and the boys are looking at me, and I just go, boys, one shot's not going to hurt. Bang. Down it goes. Mate,
never won with the boys.
Never won. It was like we went through 10 bottles. 10 bottles later, mate, we're going mad. And it's on. Blake's are fucking cheering and carrying on. Then we're halfway through the night. It's about midnight, and Russell goes, mate, get your best defender. Just having a normal chat. I go, what do you mean, get your best defender? He goes, well, I want to have a game of footy. I go, who, Russ? He goes, me and Keith. I said, who's Keith? Anyway, Keith was his PA. So I just grabbed Paul Stringer, and no one's paying attention. It was just me, us four. And so here he comes running at me. And he goes, he's got the little footy.
You would be interested anyway. You go, I don't want to get on the piece.
No, it was an odd time, but, I'm just starting to think, well, you got to humour Russ. He's put on this beer for us. I'll put the drink on for us. So anyway, Russ comes running at me, and I tackle him how I always have my whole career, and I miss him. And he runs behind me and dives down behind an imaginary set of posts. Anyway, he goes that. Anyway, I said, good on you, Russ, so I keep walking.
Back to the bar.
This is all allegedly, by the way, just to let you know, allegedly. And then I take 2 steps, and I get shoulder charged. I'll get pushed in the back, and it's Russ. And he just stops in front of me and just goes, you fucking dog. You're a fucking cat. Fucking, you're a captain this team. You're a waste of money. You're South Sydney's worst ever captain. And I mean, he was right, but he didn't have to say it in his face. So anyway, the boys have jerried into what's going on. It was just that quiet. Anyway, I got the shit. So I said, Russ, let's just do this again. So he basically gets up and runs at me, and I get under his ribs and I drive him.
Yeah,
Jam him, and I put him through a wall. And the boys are just going, mate, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? And I was just, I don't know whether it was the absinthe or what, anyway, at the end of it all, Russ...
At any point did you just gone, what have I done?
Not really. I've just...
So there's a massive hole in the wall.
Yeah, big hole in the wall. Russ is just... Boys didn't know what was going on. Why are you doing this? Anyway, Russ pops up, just shakes his head and just goes, like, that's what I want to see. That was his motivation, right? So we end up just having a terrific night. We're on the fucking piss. We end up going to Sugar Reef. Not Russ didn't go. A lot of us went to Sugar Reef till 6 a.m.
This is Thursday night.
Thursday morning.
And just play Saturday.
Langers was the case. We don't train Thursday. Langers gets us off. We play Saturday against the Melbourne Storm. This is the year Billy's making his debut. I don't think Cameron would have been there. Yeah. Cooper wasn't there, but there was a gun side. Yeah. Anyway, we beat him 42-10, and we do not win another game all year.